Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Steven the Laggy Gamer, and I have been tagged in a response video. It started at MrNorwegianNOOB, and it's been passed to me from. I know I'm going to butcher your name, man, but I'm going to try my best. TGApuleius. I'll leave a link below. That way you know whose channel it is. A longtime listener of the podcast. Really liking his channel. I thought I was sub to him for a while, and stupid YouTube. Turns out I wasn't, and I've been catching up on a lot of his videos. I really enjoy his stuff. But he tagged me in the video for passing along a gem. Like I said, it's a thing that MrNorwegianNOOB started, and he passed it down to Dustin, who passed it on to Fem Trooper, who I believe went to Doom Waves, then to TG. And he picked me and another guy to actually do a response tag to it. And I think MrNorwegianNOOB, he started off with one game to highlight in this little package deal. But I'm actually gonna have a couple here, and it was so hard. I mean, I'm looking through the collection, and there's every game is a gem to me. If it's good, it's a gem. So I'm trying to think what what type of gems are we talking about here? A hidden gem, maybe no one knows about. That's good, or just a gem at being a great game that maybe everyone knew about, or maybe a game that's good that just didn't sell well. I don't know. So I kind of did a mixture of both, or a mixture of everything. Games you probably heard of, but maybe didn't sell well, but I think are really awesome. Maybe there's one or two in here you didn't think of, or maybe have never heard of that are really good games. I have four in my hand, and I have two digital ones. I just want to get off the top of my head and mention to you guys, and maybe even more nominations at the end. We'll see how it goes, what the length is. Also, if I have time, I want to show off some games that TG sent me in the mail from his giveaway. Really kind of them. So stay tuned at the end. I'll try to show those off real quick as well because they just came in today. And I hope I have the lighting set up in here okay, or you're just going to see a dark face. But anyway, let's get it started. First, we'll kick things off with a game that came out this gen, and it's not too old, and that's Shadows of the Damned. I loved the Suda 51 game when I was in desperate need for trying to have something that was survival horror, and this was third-person shooter, actiony. This is what I went to. And at first, I watched some reviews, and it kind of got knocked and everything, but I just went for it and bought it. And just the writing and everything in this game is so funny. I love the atmosphere and the world you're in. Just fighting through all these demons, the uses of light and being in shadow mechanic type of deal in it. His gun. It's been so long since I played it now, but I know the gun does have a formation known as boner and everything. Just the comedy and stuff. It's kind of raunchy, but it's not like over the top cussing and everything like in Bulletstorm or anything. But it's just some funny stuff in this game that I really enjoyed. And again, type of survival horror-ish type of atmosphere. You can level up the gun and everything in it. It was just really cool. This game got me hooked on Suda 51. Ever since then, I've been going back and getting all their games, wanting to play them. So, and this game did it. So, if you have not played Shadows of the Dam, you can get it cheap now. Pick it up. Third person, survival horror type action shooter. It's just awesome stuff. So, especially just the dialogue and everything in this thing is just hilarious. Next game, a game that I'm actually playing through right now, and there'll probably be a video up hopefully next week or something with a discussion on it, and that is Dead Space Extraction. Wow, this I did not think a light gun shooter could give me the experience that I'm experiencing in this game right now. You want to talk about it's like for me, I never really get scared in a game. A game doesn't really scare me, but this one, you would think it being on rails, there wouldn't be much like scariness or tension to it, but I think it just ups the bar even higher because that's the thing, you're on rails. You can't just walk backwards and get out the way. Whatever's coming at you, you better take it down or it's going to get you and it could kill you. And this game just does such a great job of bringing in all the things that make the third-person shooter game as good as it is. You have stasis in the game. You have kinesis. You can where you can bring the ammo and stuff to you, or pick up text dialogues if you see them, or weapon upgrades. You got to be quick though, like in any light gun shooter. And the stasis to slow down enemies, just like in the game, so you can pick them apart. You can upgrade and level the weapons in the game. There's just so much to it for a light gun shooter, and it is by far my favorite light gun shooter I've ever played. Over Umbrella Chronicles and everything, House of the Dead. I even think it beats that. I just love, love, love what I played through this. I'm over halfway through it. I think it's only got 10 chapters in it, and I'm on chapter 8, and they're only about 30 minutes apiece for the chapters. But I've been loving the story, and I'm not sure, but I know they had two kind of animated movies on Dead Space, and I think this is a prequel, and I think it might resemble one of them. Correct me if I'm wrong or not. But yeah, it's been fantastic. I'll get more into it in the discussion video on it. But really, really loving that. And if you haven't played it, definitely, if you're into light gun shooters or Dead Space, give that a try because it creates a lot of tense-filled moments. So, moving on, another game that is kind of zombie-esque, and that is one you might not have heard of. It's Little Red Riding Hood's Zombie Barbecue. Now, I'm subscribed to Alpha Mego Sin, and he had mentioned this in a video a while back, saying that he had picked it up. And when he started talking about it, I had to pick it up. I forget how much I paid for it. It's not the easiest game to come by. You probably won't find it in a GameStop or anything. You're probably going to have to buy it online. But it's basically a vertical type of shooter. Basically, you're playing as Little Red Riding Hood and you're static on the bottom of your DS screen. And you'll have zombies scrolling down towards you from the top screen and the bottom screen. So you could be shooting from the bottom screen all the way up to the top screen. And you can actually slide her across the bottom of the map on a little rail she's on, trying to dodge the zombies as they're coming down. Now what makes this cool is that, I'll just read the back to you because it's really short. An army of zombies has invaded Fairy Tale Land. Your favorite characters have been reborn as hungry undead, including the Three Little Pigs, Pinocchio, and more. Only one heroine can stop this horrible army. Her name is Little Red Riding Hood, and now she's armed and dangerous. She's armed with more things than a gun too, if you can tell by the pictures. But it's just fun shoot 'em up game because you unlock so many weapons in this game as you're going through there, and the boss battles with like battling these zombified pigs and Pinocchio and everything. It's just hilarious and fun. It is a short game, but if you can find it, this is definitely a hidden gem out there that if you're fans of just silly, quirky games that kind of like shoot 'em up style with zombies, definitely try to get your hands on this because it's probably going to be hard to get later on. And finally, the last actual physical game I have here, Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Sands. I am actually took a break from the final boss fight right now to come back here and do this video. So I'm on the final chapter right now, heading into the final fight, and this, if you can find this game and you're an RPG fan, you must get this game. It is fantastic if you're into classic style RPGs, turn-based, but this game by Monolith Soft, it just ups the ante just a little bit higher. And the first RPG I ever beat, Final Fantasy wise, was Final Fantasy IV, and I actually love this game way more than Final Fantasy IV. I think it's because such a huge Dragon Ball Z fan I was coming up through high school and everything. Just a awesome show, and this game takes you from the 23rd World Tournament all the way up to the battle with Vegeta and Nappa. And it's just, if you are into the show at all, you will love this game. And Monolith Soft just did it perfect for an RPG. You have your key attacks, you have your basic attacks, you have a defend, they have an active defense system in it. And just when they pull off their special moves, the screenshots look amazing of it. When they do chain combos with each other, when their rage meters fill, those moves are awesome and devastating. And I mean, if you're into the show at all, definitely get this game. But it is hard to find. So if you can find it, it's worth the price to me. I'd pay $40 for this game, $50 to play it because it's that good, in my opinion. But I'm just loving this game so much. And when I'm done with this video, I'm going back to hopefully beat that game tonight and have 2 discussions up, hopefully by next weekend for you guys to indulge in and look at. So 2 more quick ones I want to mention at the beginning, but kind of screwed myself up. You have no excuse not to get these games now, hopefully by the end of this year. That is Lone Survivor on the PC and Thomas Was Alone. They're both coming to PlayStation 3 and Vita, so if you have either of those, there's no more excuses. You must get these indie games and play them. Lone Survivor. I think it was 3 or 4 on my top 10 last year. It is a fantastic pixelated uh, survival horror game that is just a psychological thrill ride. If anyone's played it, you know what I'm talking about. You can go check out my discussion on it. It's just a fantastic, fantastic game with fantastic soundtrack, and the story is just top notch, and the pixelated graphics just bring it all in. It's just a wonderful experience. You must play it. And then Thomas Was Alone, just a simple platformer with puzzles mixed in, but again, the story, the narrator, the music, it puts that extra into it that other games don't have, especially the puzzle and character mechanics, how these shapes just have these massive amount of character into them through the narration and dialogue that's in the game. So those two games, no more excuses. Get those games when they come out this year on the handhelds or your PlayStation 3 console. I'm going to rebuy them again just so I can have them on the go because they are that good of games. So, before we get this on, I was going to put out some other shout outs with, there's so many gems out there, like I said. I know Metal Jesus is doing his PSP hidden gems now, and there's so many great games on the PSP. Jeanne d'Arc, just tons of stuff. The Valhalla Knights series, Luminous Arc series on the DS, Trace Memory, Solo to Robo. Fantastic, fantastic games. There's too many gems to go over while I'm looking at, so I'll just end it there. And real quick, I just want to show you guys what TG sent to me from his giveaway in the mail that came here today. I'm so thankful for this stuff. I sent him a list of, I thought all the games and stuff he had in his video were gone, and I was only expecting like one of these things. I didn't expect him to send all this stuff. But he sent me 4 items here out of his giveaway. The first one is a sealed copy of the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood soundtrack. I love the music in the Assassin's Creed series, so really looking forward to popping this and putting it on the MP3 player and giving it a listen. Transformers Prime, the game for the 3DS. I don't know if it's actually that good of a game, but it's Transformers and it's a beat 'em up. And I really like the 3DS having handheld games, so if no one was going to have it, I was going to say I will gladly just take it and give it a try. So, no worries here, TG. I will give this a try, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. And then 2 PC games, because it seems like no one wants to get PC games, but I got a new PC right here that I love playing games on. The first one being Titan Quest, and I believe this one's still sealed as well, yeah. I actually saw this on Steam's, what was it, their winter sale during this past December, and I was going to get it because it was so cheap and it sounded like I'd really like it. But I didn't get it, but sure enough, he just had it there to give away, so I put it down on that list and he was kind enough to send it to me. So I will be excited to try this one out. And then we have Warcraft 3. I've always been a huge fan of the World of Warcraft MMO when I was playing it, and I never actually played these games in the series, and I'm actually not sure what they are, if they're dungeon crawlers or if they're more like, what is it, StarCraft, if they play like that. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to give it a try, and I'm looking forward to really indulging into the Warcraft side of this series because I never really got to get into it. And you know what I love about the Warcraft universe and everything? They always come with these beautiful, thick manuals that just explain all sorts of story. Really fun things to read through. So, and just to add on to that, he also sent me a digital code for, I believe it's called Iron Brigade. I know I wanted to get it for the 360 a while back when my friends had first got it, and they wanted to do some multiplayer. But I'm not too into tower defense stuff, but they just raved about the game, and he had it down for a download code on Steam, so I was like, I'll take that one too. So I'm going to be downloading that on here from Steam and giving that a try as well. So TG, just thanks for passing this tag along to me. Thanks for just sending all this awesome stuff to me. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So who am I going to pass this on to? I did not even think about that before recording this video, and now I feel stupid. So I'm just going to think of a name off the top of my head then. Scott, Ultimate Floyd, you got it, man. This is going to you next. You're the first person that just popped in my head, so we'll just keep it in a circle and keep it going. So there you go. I'm going to pass it on to you, man. And that's been some gems for me to show off. Alright, thanks for watching. Knock it out.